Hello, my name's Vicky Dunlop. I'm an educational visitor for Dumfries and Galloway Council, and I'm here today to talk about sensory stories. You can adapt any story to become a sensory story, but we would recommend using something you're familiar with, something simple. It doesn't even need to be a book. You can adapt it, you can change the story, you can add bits in, personalise it, whatever you want. You're trying to appeal to the learners and the interests and motivations of the children in front of you.
When doing a sensory story, it's really important that you use yourself as one of the resources, that you have big facial expressions, movement, gesture, actions. All these things are going to really capture the children's attention and motivate them to engage within the story.
It can take a little bit of thought and time to gather the various resources you might use for your sensory story. But when starting out, think about the key elements of the story: the setting, the characters, sounds, noises, tastes, smells, and take a walk around the setting, your home, and see what you can pick up. Anything goes. You can adapt any resource to fit and represent a key element of the story.
When doing your sensory story, quite a handy tip is to keep your props all together in a bag or a box. So this also helps build the anticipation and the excitement of the experience for the children. And as you can see here, I'm doing my travel story, so I'll be keeping my props in my handy suitcase.
Okay, some more top tips when you're choosing your props. Think about the elements that you're trying to recreate. You don't need to spend lots of money. A lot of the props can be multi-purpose. They can be used in various different stories for different reasons. Paper's a great one. I collect my Amazon packaging. Box for tapping, tissue, the sound from the card. This is a great one. Wind. Natural elements, another really good resource. You can collect these with the children. You can go on a walk. It's a really fun way to encourage everyone's involvement. Fabrics, really good way to introduce texture. This is a staple, this black fabric, because it can be used for representing night, lights out. You'll see me later with a cave. Again, be creative. This could be sand, could be sunshine. Children love the feel. It can be passed around, it can be wafted up and down, it can be put over their heads. Anything goes, really.
When you're using resources, think about all your senses so that the experience is experienced or felt in a number of ways. So if you're using water in a story, you could use a rainmaker to represent water. You could use real water and let your children feel the real water. We might have the experience through a water spray, or even if we were going somewhere cold, you might use some ice so that it can be passed around or felt during the sensory story. You can use smells, lovely ones. So, for example, if you were doing a story that was about a pizza, use some pizza spices. If you were on a journey or a trip to Africa, India, use some spices from your kitchen cupboard. So think of it as a really multi-sensory experience.
Here's a really simple version of We're Going on a Bear Hunt. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. grass, long, wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. And at this point, you can be tickling children's hands, their arm. You can pass this around. If we fast forward a little bit, you know the drill. Uh-oh, a river. A deep, cold river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We've got to go through it. Splish, splash, splish, splash, splish, splash. And again, this can be passed around and as inclusive as possible for all children. So we're in our dark cave. This is where I mentioned the material. A torch, just for added atmosphere. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. What's that? Another great way to offer a sensory story is through resources in a tuff tree. You'll notice a lot of these are natural resources. They allow children to experiment and investigate at their own pace. The book can be left out for them to look through.
So today I'm going to show you how to do a sensory story without using a book. So today I'm going to be using my globe because we're going on a trip around the world and we're going to take the children somewhere cold. So I'm going to be using my woolly hat and giving the experience of cold by using some ice that can be passed around the group. We'll also visit somewhere hot. So I'll be wearing my sun hat and using a heat pad for the children to experience heat and my water spray for the sea. And of course, I'm going to be keeping all my props and toys and experiences within my suitcase so that it helps create that anticipation of where we're going next. Here we go around the world. I wonder where we'll stop. Are you flying? Arms out. Here we go around the world. I wonder where we'll stop. Let's have a look. We've gone to the Antarctica where it's very, very cold. Shall we feel how cold it is? Here we go around the world. I wonder where we'll stop. Here we go around the world. I wonder where we'll stop. Australia. Somewhere where it's very, very hot. We'll need our sun hat. Do you want to feel how warm it is?